Introducing first from St. Joe, Missouri at 275 pounds, Mike George. Also introducing from Pensacola, Florida at 230 pounds, Mike Boyett.
And ladies and gentlemen, the music in the background signifies the pending arrival of the UWF Tag Team Champions, Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams. Michael, I don't know if you saw what happened here last week, but it was one of the most bizarre situations I've ever seen, and Chris Adams made a statement of courage in that situation.
Jim Ross, I wasn't here. Of course you're here because I keep up on everything that goes on in the UWF. From what I understand, Terry Taylor either missed a plane connection or they missed ride connections. Anyway, Chris Adams, as I said before, is not my best friend. The man has overcome more adversity in professional wrestling than a lot of people.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the current UWF Tag Team Champions from England at 235 pounds, gentleman Chris Adams. And from Vero Beach, Florida at 232 pounds, Terry Taylor. This match, 1 fall or 10-minute time limit.
I'll tell you what, in my opinion, from what I heard, Chris Adams needs to thank Terry Taylor for just having that, I guess, what would you call it, that rocky gut instinct not to give up.
That's exactly right. I thought referee Carl Fergie last week was going to stop that match on several occasions.
Well, we're going to check out a lot of gut checks around here in the UWF. You know, we're going to a lot of places, and we're just going to see who's the premier and who rules this place. You know who does. I say the Freebirds. Now we'll have to prove it to devastation.
Tonight in the Superdome, tomorrow night in the Omni, tomorrow afternoon, Columbus, Georgia. What a tour it's been, and what great crowds we're going to see this weekend.
Hey, it's a beautiful flat body press by Taylor. I'm going to tell you right now, Boyett and Mike George are two of the most experienced veterans you could have right now going. They are not as polished a tag team as Taylor and Adams, obviously, because they're the champions. But don't you think for 1 minute that you can undersell them or cut them short. They've both held numerous titles on various occasions, and they know what it is to be a winner. Even though Boyett has had a little bit of trouble in the past few weeks being a winner, he knows the feeling from before.
Past few weeks, might extend that into maybe the past few months, let's say. But
well,
anyway,
I don't like to get into that. There he goes, George unloading. A right to the midsection, a right to the jaw. Now here comes Boyett. Now see, the veteran, he knows to seize the moment. Chris Adams so quick on his feet. Adams bandaged from the laceration, I take it, that he got last week.
Power slam by Chris Adams, exactly right.
Hooked the leg, but I don't think he had Boyett beat enough. Legal forearms to the gut. Boyett has an awkward style, don't he, Jim?
He certainly does. He's a very unorthodox man. In and out of the ring, he's very unpredictable. There's a tag to Big Mike George.
Good tags, you notice they're making. They realize this match here, if they were to win it, that puts them right in line.
Oh, yes, no doubt about it. Now, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we'll analyze this Chavo Guerrero, Gary Young situation. I'm anxious to hear Michael's comments about that a little bit later in the hour. Knee lift by Mike George. Chris Adams, he's got to be still feeling the punishment, Michael, of that loss of blood last week. It takes a while, I know, to get back on your feet after something like that.
Sure it does, but you know, it's like, and there he goes, speak of it, they just tore the tape off. And that's what I'm talking about, the experience of Mike George, knowing to go for something that was wounded. I'm sure last week they watched the match and had tapes of it and viewed it and viewed it. One of their main primary objects was let's go to that laceration on the head.
Adams being hammered now by Mike George, as Michael Hayes so adeptly described. An upset here would catapult George and Boyett, no doubt about it. And Terry Taylor, who I don't think we've seen yet in this contest, I know is anxious to make the tag.
Well, I guess so. As you said, he got here late last week. I heard he started swinging a suitcase or something. Never even got a chance to put his gear on, so I imagine, you know, his motor's running on, ready to go.
If he'd have taken time to put his gear on, he would have been, the suitcase wouldn't have been as heavy because he would have been without a championship belt, no doubt about it.
That's right, but you tell me who's got their motor running better and ready to go than Bam Bam? Did he destroy some people last week or what?
Everybody. Bruce Pritchard, referees, and others in his path were destroyed.
Well, there's about 3 or 4 others that are on our hit list.
Boyett now trying to get up on the second row.
Moment, yes. Goes for a splash. Good move by Adams. Needs to make a tag here, Jim. He's going for the super kick. He goes. He cleaned it. Look, he's out.
Boyett is out. Taylor.
I don't think a tag's necessary.
Well, it probably wasn't. Taylor wanted the tag. Taylor comes in and drops the knee right on the head of Boyett, but that didn't make any difference, I don't think.
No, the super kick was what had it. Look, he was out. He's still out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hayes and I'll be back with a look at Chavo Guerrero and Gary Young situation. We'll see Chavo in action, and we'll be telling you about some tremendous upcoming events this weekend right after this timeout.